Heyo YouTube, today we're back on Wobbly Life, and I wasn't expecting really to make a video out of this, but I had realized there are so many more Wobblies around the world and more hidden missions than I had realized. So this first one we're going to get into is the Deep in the Sewers mission, and it's actually the most extensive one in the whole video. I'll go over that with you guys and kind of give you little tips and tricks and show you what I did to get through it. Alright, so for this first part, you want to come to this guy, and he's going to tell you ain't allowed in, you got to go to the mayor's office. So once you get here, she's going to tell you need to study from this book and take this test. First question, climb around the hole. Second question, fix that hole with a wrench. Jump into the exit if you get lost. Don't ever help the criminals, report them to the police immediately. And question 5, just leave it alone. Don't mess with those mysterious valves. So she gives you the sewer permit and the sewer key. And she's like, I'm not sure why you'd want to go down there, though. And he's like, what? And then you're like, yeah, I'm allowed. So once you make your way in, this guy, same thing, like, oh, what the heck are you doing here? You better get to work. And you're, you know, people just, like, make you do stuff in this game. And, like, in reality, you were never hired by these people. You don't have to do this, but you do, right? It's the game. So basically, you venture about this maze-like area, and you pick up the wrench and kind of run into it. I found that it's better to not do this method where you kind of wiggle with the right stick. Just move the left one back and forth and just kind of hit it. You'll see those little tentacle guys here and there as you're venturing about. Definitely try to avoid those. From this scene here, you can tell. There's number 5. You know, and like, guys, you'll find these, you know, there's not I would say a massive complexity to this maze. Like, you can find the dead ends and kind of map it out in your head pretty quickly. So I use the tentacle here just to kind of teleport me back. And, he's like, you got one last pipe to fix. And you're like, oh, great. And then you gotta go through this door here. And naturally, like I always do in games, is look around, right? Like this, I was like almost obvious here. And there's a hidden gift, of course. So once you make your way down this tunnel, you see the pipe ahead. Oh! And you get washed away. Now this part, you actually slide for quite a long time. I chopped off a big chunk of it here. But once you land, what the... you're in front of this massive frog. Ah, finally. A Wobbly. I've waited so long for someone to come down here. I am the queen of the sewers. You must help me with an important task. All my taps have run dry. I need water to keep my tadpoles happy. I was gonna ask Louie for help, but he's busy with all that toxic waste. I think Louie is the monster inside of the nuclear reactors. So she gives you a key, and she's like, there's these old sewer grates, and you will find them basically in 4 locations around the map. City, village, mountain, and the Paradise Island. So you make your way to the exit tunnel, and out you go. Now, a little bit of insight, guys, about these hidden missions, if you're not really sure. This is kind of just a little fun thing I found. I was searching for the sewer here and just ran into this. But anyways, the hidden missions, you kind of just run into them. When you find these people or Wobblies about, like, there's nothing indicating on the map. There's no to-do list that tells you to find these people. You can see the jobs and stuff like that, but these missions where you unlock, like, cool cosmetics, like my jump boots and my jetpack there from my earlier, like, alien missions, those are all just walking around. I do all of this just walking around. That's why Wobbly Life's, like, one of my favorite games to just wake up and play. I was recording literally just for fun, but I figured this might help some people out. Yes, So after getting launched out of that tunnel, when I found those weird green things underground, it shot me all the way back down. I hiked all the way back up to the city, found the sewer near the center of town. Not too hard to find. This one is, hands down, I'm sure I should go back just because I think I missed something here. But you'll see my selection in pipes. You'll kind of see the gist here. You jump in something, fall out of something. So I did the left, and then I did the middle. Saw a wrench. I was like, okay, maybe I'll grab that just in case. And then I jumped to the right. And that lands me next to these little valves here that you need to turn. So that's 1 out of 4. I'm basically done with this one. I don't know if I just did it perfectly or maybe I missed a present because I think there was one platform I didn't hit there. But all around, that one's done. Get back to the ladder. So I use a helicopter. God, I went around these mountains for so long until I realized I hadn't actually gone into this tunnel yet. Double check the map just to make sure, and I'm basically dead center almost in the circle. And flying through, sure enough, I spotted it. God, I can't tell you. I went into houses. I went into every business. I went everywhere to find that damn sewer. It was horrible. So this one right away, I spot an object, and like I always do, I just carry it around because I don't know if I'll ever need it again. Just like when I played Little Nightmares. So similar with that last one where you kind of have a maze. You're going to move about. You'll get a gist of the layout. And pick up coal, bring it back to this furnace. I wouldn't say it's the most intricate kind of maze, but it gets wild. And now here we have these multiple levers that you can interact with, and you can see that one centerpiece there that gives you directions. So I could tell it was like broken. I went searching, found that other one, and I will not lie, that was like 20 plus minutes till I think I found that piece. So from here, I guessed the last two, which took me about another 15 attempts. And sure enough, I figured it out without finding the last piece. I have no idea where that last piece is. You guys could maybe just take note of what I had set there. But I did remember some of the frozen rooms, so I went back. Sure enough, there was a present there. And then I turned the little valve. On my way out, though, I spotted another little hidden mission guy. He's a alien believer, and he needs proof. He wants proof, and I have proof. I've been contacted by them and abducted, I think, for that one pizza mission. Plus, I flew around a UFO saucer. This one in the village, kind of left of your house, more towards like maybe supermarket side. I could be wrong on that, but it's not hard to find. There's only 3 sewer caps in that whole area. As soon as you drop in, young homie here. How'd you get down here? I don't know. I climbed down the ladder. Now he says he's got a plumbing problem. You'll see what I mean when you get in there. And I won't lie, guys. This one, oh God, I chopped it a lot. There was so much time spent, even me figuring these out. So you want to interact with it, lock it down, then grab the hose and spray. Essentially the point is like once you're cleaning these areas, you want to focus on trying to get these gears cleared off. And once you do, you'll hear like a little sound and it's like, oh, okay, I did something. So you'll hear the bridges go across and you make your way across and continue your cleaning spree. Now you don't have to be like super crazy and get every single dot. Like I said, you want to focus on these gears. And there's another filling station once you get about halfway or so. And at this point, you just kind of use the same one over and over. I mean, I don't know if there's a point really to bring over more of them to refill. That one I got right as it like ran out and the thing snapped me in the face. So once you get to the end, there it is. Open that one up. That one just takes wicked time, guys. Another hidden kind of person. Not really hidden, I just didn't notice he was there, but it's not marked on the map. Little wizard guy. And he sells, basically, from what I can tell, like potions and, yeah, he'll read his crystal ball for you. You know, probably gonna go and buy these objects just to mess around with. Last sewer cap in the city here, kind of in this little market tucked away. Spent about 10 minutes probably flying around looking for that one too. Now this one is actually kind of fun. Platforming in Wobbly life is not the easiest. Maybe a bit easier, maybe on a keyboard, but either way, it's just the way that you know, you control yourself in the air and you can get real wobbly real fast. So this was like my third or fourth attempt, I think, on this. Wasn't too hard. You know, I just got caught up on a lot of things, and like right here, this was crazy. It turns off my jetpack and boots when I'm in certain challenges or areas. And I luckily was somehow able to hang onto that edge and slide my way over before the water was rising up too. Pull the last lever here. Water's getting pretty close. And there it is, coming into the end, turning the last valve. Make my way back down to the Frog Queen. And sure enough, wouldn't you know it, there's still more to do. Her crown has been stolen by one of those pesky tentacles. And she's like, I can't get it back myself. And like, the more I did this mission, the more I realized, like, she wouldn't even, I don't even think she'd be able to fit through the door, let alone try to jump over some of these platforms. So this portion is a lot of platforming, making your way through the map, dodging the obstacles, which is, you know, just like core of video games here, just the base of running about, exploring. Not gonna lie, this I actually died a couple times before I got to this point. In this part, you have a slew of tentacles here, and I randomly started chucking barrels, and it worked. Because I remembered they grab objects, and sure enough, they grab these too. And you can walk in this, which I didn't know for a while. And, yeah, throw your barrels out, clear all the tentacles, pull the lever, and down the hole. This part here, now, I recommend grabbing 2 toxic barrels if you can. You know, you'll see in this beginning part here, I'm just taking 1. But I also get this 6 slam dunk at the end, which I kind of liked. Bam, look at that. Anyways, there is the crown. Of course, I had to try this. I mean, I didn't even know how to beat it yet, so I was just like, screw it. So I made my way back up, threw a barrel down. Bam. Little explosion. So each time you hit them with these, 1 tentacle goes down, which is what goes back to my first statement. Maybe try to bring 2 up on your first try, which I was able to do here. It was a little hard to get started, but I made the first jump, and once you get bouncing, you're good. And the final 2 go down. And the crown is ours. Had to do a little double check in case anything was hidden around. Once you slowly slide your way down this medium-sized tunnel, you end up back. She snipes that thing right from your hand. My crown! It's so nice! I feel complete again. Thank you, young Wobbly. You've proved yourself. Now I can get back to looking after my kids. I promised. Here's your reward. Now, it seems like it's like a little backpack that actually helps you jump. And I almost wonder, maybe it's better than the jetpack? I doubt it, because the jetpack is sick. But that's the end of Deep in the Sewers. Now, these are kind of my, like, honorable mentions here at the end. This guy, he's right behind the bank, and you talk with him, and he's like, I got a little job for you. You know, you seem like a light-footed guy. We're going to get into the bank at night. Don't worry, you won't get in trouble. You walk in, the bank teller is standing right there. You're like, sup? You come in, and he's like, oh, did anyone see you come over? And no, oh, good. And meet me inside this door. Cool. You walk through door. He chats with you some more. And essentially tells you that, you know, there's this diamond here. You need to get back to the vault. There's guards patrolling and lasers. And you need to try to collect keys and key cards. And I say keys and key cards because he doesn't really mention that, but in the first part, you definitely need to get a key. So you grab the diamond, hop some lasers, run behind this guy's back because they don't hear shit. You drop that, grab the key in the room, run back out when he turns the other way, hop the laser, and there you are. Key automatically shoots out of your hand. Lasers are off. Once you pop into this room, I totally did this on accident, like first try. I just saw the interact button and I was like, oh, I wonder what that does. I hit it and it started making a crap load of noise. So luckily these desks kind of work for a visual blocker. I wasn't sure if it would hide me or not. So once you get down here, you'll notice tons more lasers and there's 2 little key card slots there. So that's where the key cards kind of come into play. The first one, or second one, depending on how you want to do this, is right behind the guy that's working here. And you're just like going in the vault, I guess. This one goes actually on the left side. And you actually grab this one upstairs. It's in the door to the right of the office where I shot the printing paper everywhere. So you could technically grab that before you come down, but I'm not gonna lie, I died a lot in these lasers. Like, I wouldn't, okay, maybe like 5-6 times, but it's not easy jumping around with objects. So the diamond's in, you come back out. And basically, he starts to just explain that, you know, the whole thing was he had stole it and it felt really bad. So he decided to hire you, I guess, to go in and put it back. So you get the vault hat. I haven't put that on yet, but I'll definitely check it out. In this one, same thing. Bored, I was just running around, and I was like, oh, I hadn't gone in the sewers or the subway in a while. And you run into this guy, the Wobbly brothers, I believe. Yeah, Bobble brothers, that's what they are. And basically says everyone that works in the train stations with him, his brothers, all took the wrong bags. So he says, take this duck to my brother Marvin, blah, 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 and get my stuff back. I highly recommend using a car for this. God, I spent like 30 minutes before this point. You make your way over to that entrance, and you can come right down, and he's sitting here. And once you give him that, he's going to give you the first aid kit, which is for a brother that you may or may not have met at this point, depending on which direction you ran. And you come over to this one, just by the hospital, and that's where the medic one is. You give him his stuff, and then you get the wrench for the first brother. And here he is. You found my wrench. Thanks, buddy. Everyone's got all their stuff? What? Good work. And then you get the train conductor outfit. Wobbly Life's always a game I like to come back to and just run around because I leave it alone for so long that it almost feels new every time I'm on there. And it's one of those games that just doesn't force you to do anything, while also having just hidden things all around the map, which I love to explore and find. If you guys like what you saw, or you thought that was helpful in any way for any of you Wobbly lifers, like and subscribe, please. I'm trying to hit 500. I'll see you guys on the next game.